Welcome back to my channel. The coin spotted A is best. Top 2 coins 1. You want to miss we're diving into the world of United States coins? Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1. The 1990p Roosevelt dime is a common 10-cent coin produced by the United States Mint and part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946. This coin features a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, and carries historical, cultural, and numismatic significance. Here's a detailed overview and in-depth discussion about the 1990p Roosevelt dime. Obverse front design details. The obverse of the 1990p Roosevelt dime features a left-facing profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by sculptor John R. Sinek. The portrait was first introduced in 1946, shortly after Roosevelt's death, to honor his legacy, particularly his founding of the March of Dimes to fight polio. Around the bust of Roosevelt are the inscriptions lib, aligned along the left side of the Coine God We Trust, located in the lower left field. Just under Roosevelt's chin, the date 1990 appears to the lower right of the portrait. The Mint P, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, is located just above the date and slightly to the right. Designer's initials JS appear at the base of Roosevelt's neck. This design is clean, compact, and a good example of mid-20th century coinage aesthetics. Emphasizing realism and clarity of verse-back design details, the reverse of the coin continues with Sinek's original design, featuring a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left piece and an oak branch on the right, strength and independence. This symbolic trio represents the core values of American democracy. Around the torch are the United States of America, arches across the top, edgy pluribus, unum Latin for out of many. 1. Located horizontally across the middle of the coin, splitting the torch in branches. Oni dime, the denomination. Engraved along the bottom edge, the design is straightforward and highly symbolic, reflecting national ideals and Roosevelt's leadership during times of war and peace. Specifications: composition diameter, 17.91 ohm thickness, 1.35 ohm weight, 2.27 grams. Edge reeded 118 reeds. Composition: copper nickel clad outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel over a pure copper core. The 1990 Roosevelt dime is part of the modern clad series introduced in 1965, replacing the 90% silver composition previously used. Mintage and rarity: the 1990p Roosevelt dime had a high mintage of over 1.03 billion coins, making it a very common issue because it was mass-produced for everyday circulation. It is not rare in circulated grades and can be found in change across the country. However, uncirculated or high-grade specimens, especially those graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, may carry some collector value. These coins are generally sought after for registry sets or modern coin collections. Coins with full torch FT or full bands designation, where the horizontal lines in the torch are fully struck and visible, are especially desirable among collectors. Value and collectability: circulated condition is typically worth face value in circulated mint state. Coins in MS65 can fetch $1, $2, $3. High-grade examples, MS67 Plus with full torch, bring prices from $15 to over $100. Depending on the market and certification, there are no widely known mint errors or major die varieties for the 1990p dime, though minor variations like off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchettes may exist and appeal to error collectors. Where to find or buy sell: you can find circulation coin shops and numismatic dealers, online marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, and coin-specific platforms such as Heritage Auctions, PCGS, NGC, and great collections coin shows and expos. These are great for viewing coins in person and negotiating prices with sellers. Roll hunting, searching through bank rolls of dimes, can yield uncirculated examples or error coin conclusion. While the 1990p Roosevelt dime is not considered rare or especially valuable in most cases, it still represents an important chapter in American coinage. It's a functional, durable coin used daily by millions and part of a historic series honoring a transformative U.S. president. For new collectors, This coin is a good entry point into the hobby, especially if you're looking to complete a full Roosevelt dime set from 1946 to the present. High-grade or Air versions can offer additional numismatic interest and potential value. Top to the 1968D Roosevelt dime is an important piece of modern American coinage history. Though seemingly ordinary, this 10-cent coin offers collectors insight into a transitional era in U.S. minting from silver to clad coinage, first issued in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Roosevelt dime series has remained unchanged in design for decades. On the 1968D issue represents a notable point in this timeline. Here's a long and detailed exploration of this coin, its design, composition, mint history, value, and where you might buy, sell, or collect it. Obverse designed the face of a president, the obverse front of the 1968D Roosevelt dime features a left-facing profile of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, sculpted by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. Roosevelt's image was introduced just 1 year after his death in 1945, largely in tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. It's also to acknowledge his role in founding the March of Dimes, which helped fund research to combat polio. Lib, boldly placed along the left rim, "In God We Trust," is positioned below Roosevelt's chin. The mint mark D for the Denver Mint appears to the right of the date. The date 1968 appears just below Roosevelt's neckline. The designer's initials, JS, appear at the base of Roosevelt's neck. These initials once caused public controversy in the 1940s, mistakenly thought to represent Joseph Stalin, though they clearly stand for John. Sinek, obverse is clean. Elegant lines reflect mid-20th century realism in American coinage, despite its simplicity. It captures a great deal of character in Roosevelt's facial features. Reverse design, symbols of American ideals. The reverse of the 1968D dime features a well-balanced, symbolic image designed by Sinek. In the center is a torch, which symbolizes liberty. Flanked by two branches, a olive branch left, a universal symbol of Pisoka branch right, represents strength, endurance, and independence. These elements are bound together by the motto E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, underscoring the unity of the American states. The UNIT States of America across the top, one dime along the bottom, indicating its face value. The entire reverse is framed by a reeded edge 118 reeds that helps deter coin clipping and counterfeiting. Composition and specifications, a new era of materials. The 1968D Roosevelt dime is not made of silver, as earlier dimes were. Instead, it is part of the clad coinage era, which began in 1965 when the U.S. Mint removed silver from dimes and quarters. Due to rising silver prices and coin hoarding. Specifications. Composition: outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper weight, 2.27 grams diameter, 17.91 thickness, 1.35 edge. Redid. This change allowed the mint to continue mass-producing coinage at reduced costs, ensuring a steady supply for commerce while saving precious metal resources. Mintage. Mint location. In distribution, the Denver Mint struck over 480 million Roosevelt dimes in 1968, making the 1968D dime a common circulation coin. It was distributed widely across the country and remains easily found in pocket change. Coin jars and rolls from banks. 1968D mintage total, approximately 480,748,280 coins in 1968. The Denver Mint became the only facility producing Roosevelt dimes for general circulation, as the Philadelphia Mint had not yet resumed using its P. Mint mark on dimes that wouldn't happen until 1980. Value and collector interest, despite its historical significance. The 1968D dime has modest value for most circulated examples. However, uncirculated coins, proof-like coins, and those with strong strikes or rare errors can attract collector interest. General value estimates as of mid-2020s. Circulated average wear, face value 10, brilliant uncirculated MS60, MS65, $1 dollar, 3 high mint state MS66, MS67. Depending on grade and certification, full torch FT. Designation, also called full bands or FB, is awarded to coins where the bands on the torch are sharply struck and fully separated. This makes them more valuable and desirable among registry collectors. Where to find? Buy or sell 1968D dimes? If you're a collector or seller, the 1968D dime is available from multiple sources to find or collect. Your own change, it's still in circulation. Bank rolls, buy rolls of dimes, and search coin shows and flea markets. Great way to see coins in person. Local coin shops, especially good for buying higher grade examples online. Platforms, eBay, for raw and slabbed coins, including error varieties. Etsy, often used for jewelry or novelty coin items. NGC or PCGS. Certified marketplaces, for professionally graded examples, great collections, or heritage auctions. Auction houses for high-end specimens to Sellbay or Facebook. Marketplace for casual sales, local coin dealers, quick cash, but may pay lower. Coin shows network with other collectors, online auction houses for rare or high-grade certified pieces, historical and numismatic importance. Although, now the 1968D Roosevelt dime is not rare, it holds importance as part of a larger historical and monetary shift. It reflects the end of silver coinage, which concluded in 1964. The beginning of America's modern clad era, the continued honoring of Roosevelt's legacy. The coin's role in the evolving story of American pocket change, because so many were struck. It's not a high-value coin unless found in pristine condition or with an error. However, for those building a complete Roosevelt dime collection, the 1968D is essential. Some collectors go further by collecting every mint and date combination, including proofs, errors, full torch varieties. Conclusion: the 1968D Roosevelt dime might be small in size, but it tells a big story. It's a product of changing economic times, minted in huge quantities for an expanding population during a period of inflation and modernization. While it's common in circulated condition, it offers plenty of opportunity for collectors interested in mint state quality, errors, or full sets. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a serious numismatist, this coin is a cornerstone of post-silver U.S. coinage and a tangible piece of 20th century American history. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.